So I am gonna make some chicken salad. That's all I'm gonna do. Earlier I did like a seafood, like egg. Actually, it wasn't seafood. It was like an egg and summer sausage. I did the seafood boil, like the ingredients of it, and then I just that typically goes into a seafood boil. I made the concoction, and then I had eggs, I had rice, I had summer sausage in it. But I'm gonna make this. I'm also studying too because I just got another job, so I have to do dementia training. So I am going to be back and forth. Oh, I'm gonna play this video again because I wasn't paying attention.
George. Hello.
Anyways, we got our chicken salad.
How are you?
Oh, this may be hard to open.
I'm Dr. Smith. Can you sit up?
So I like pouring some of the water out.
I'll help you.
Actually, all the water. Oh, I'm saying some.
Bring your legs around. There we go. Need a hand? Pull. No. That doesn't work.
Forget my
Is
house.
that uncomfortable?
There still is some dishes that I do need to wash.
Can you sit up for me? Can you do it on your own? Okay.
Obviously, I need to dump the trash.
Show me how.
I don't know. Should I make more than this?
How about if I help you with that?
I'm gonna go ahead and use 2 cans.
There you go. You did pretty good by yourself. Quite there, though, are we?
He gave him space and dignity, respect and dignity. Allow him to still care for himself while giving him verbal directions. Okay, enter your response in the box below, then click the answer. Let's return to the scene between Dr. Smith and George. If you were Dr. Smith, what information would you share with others on the care team? Give clear instructions. Be patient. Allow, what's his name? George. Space. And give verbal direction. That is my answer.
Information to share with the team. George can understand and answer short, simple questions, but he might be slow to respond. Ask him how he is feeling, whether he needs help, or if he can do something on his own. George moves slowly and appears to be stiff or in pain after lying still for a while. Experiencing pain when moving is new for George. Pulling or moving George into position can be painful or scary for George. First,
we're gonna chop up some onion.
ask if he can move on his own. Even
Guys,
if
make sure you hit that like button for me, please.
watch to see if he is in pain.
Hit
And
that
be prepared
thumbs
to
up
stop.
button.
Allow George to set the pace and the approach. He will feel more comfortable when he is in control. Put the cares gently.
We're gonna chop some onion. And we're also gonna chop up some celery. Making chicken salad is pretty much easy. If you know how to make tuna salad, you use the same process as chicken salad. The only difference is your meat. So me, I personally prefer Very simple ingredients. I use onion, I use celery, I use mayo and mustard. Not too much mustard. More mayo than mustard when it comes to chicken salad. And then my seasonings. And that's it. I personally feel like your salads, whether it is tuna or chicken salad, it tastes better the next day because all the seasonings and condiments that you put in it, it has had time to marinate. So it's pretty much simple. So honestly, I feel like I'm gonna slice up maybe one more slice. One more slice. There we go. This is enough because I have to cut up some celery. You don't want it to have too much onions and too much celery because then it makes the texture of the chicken salad and or even your tuna salad. I feel like it impacts the chicken salad more than tuna salad. It makes it like grainy, like chunky. I don't like that. So I'm going to have to get, and then I'll show you guys the seasonings that I'll use. And the bowl that I'm using for the chicken salad is the bowl that it's actually going to stay in as well. So this is a fresh, sort of fresh celery. I'm just going to take one. I'm actually going to go to the store early tomorrow morning trying to beat everyone because I need to buy some celery because I will be doing a small little portion of Christmas dinner. So I'm going to do stuffing. Hopefully I find the cornmeal, do it. I'm going to do stuffing. I am going to do homemade macaroni and cheese. And I am going to do, what am I fucking going to do? Yams. I need to find yams or sweet potatoes, either that. And then honestly, I don't really know how to do no dang turkey. My grandma need to show me how to do turkey. If I could find turkey wings, I could obviously do that. Smoke the turkey wings. But I don't really care for that. I don't really want no turkey. Ham. To be honest, I was going to buy a honey baked ham. But I don't even think I'm going to do that. I've been craving like a roast. So I think I'm going to do a roast. I know that don't go with like, well, depending on who. Because some people like a roast for Christmas. Some people like it for Thanksgiving. So a roast is not out of the ordinary for holiday food. But I think I'm just going to do a roast. That's simple. I know they're going to have them. Or if I find a little ham, I'll just FaceTime my grandma. I'll be like, Grandma, how I do this ham, girl? So, how am I doing? I am doing good. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button for me, please. Hit that thumbs up button. I appreciate it. I'm so gorgeous. Thank you. You reckon still look good at 37 to be a primary teacher and study degree? I am not a 37. I'm 34. Just turned 30. Well, not just turned 34, but I turned 34 November 30th. So I'm not even a month into 34 yet. I'm not a, well, I guess you could call me a teacher, but I did not go to school for teaching. And I do have 2 degrees. So. Although lately, I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I've been really thinking about going back to school. I've been really thinking about going back to school because Oops, hold on, because we doing both of this at the same time.
Non-drug treatments.
Going back to
Treatments
school
other than
for
medication
either
may help a
law
person's pain. These treatments are
or
sometimes called non-pharmacologic therapies.
finish
Examples
furthering my
include
degree, which I got my
listening to
degrees in
music or playing an
psychology.
instrument, gardening, doing word games,
So I'm
cooking,
kind of in a
looking
standstill
at
because
photos of
this
other familiar
election,
items,
I don't know,
interacting with
it
pets,
feels
birds, and
weird.
other animals, getting a
And
gentle
I
and
just
respectful
have
head
this sense of
massage,
nerves to
comforting a
like
mother,
educate my
holding hands,
people
stroking the shoulder,
or
or
to
rubbing
really
fingers.
help my people. I don't know why I'm
Influx of
getting like
non-pharmacologic treatments.
downloads from Spirit about
Like the
that.
current medications used to treat
It's like,
Alzheimer's
you
disease
need to apply
symptoms,
yourself
these
so you
non-drug
have the
treatments will not slow
credentials
down the overall disease
to do what you need
process,
to do.
but they may help the person feel comforted and more
So I'm
engaged,
contemplating
and
that.
help you provide better care. Click the forward arrow to continue.
I'm contemplating going back to school, get a double degree, getting my doctorates and getting a law degree, like going to school for law. Because it's like you get a degree in either one of those areas. Who the hell could touch you? You know what I'm saying? They may could take many things from you, but they can't take away your education and your knowledge. That's the one thing they can't. Once you apply yourself, once you have that knowledge in you, nobody could take that away from you. Some people could say, oh, well, they could take your degree away. That's true. They could take your degree away, but that knowledge don't go away. Your knowledge don't go away. The mind is a very powerful thing. Why do you think they trying to change up all these laws and regulations in schools, this new administration? I'm not going to lie, though. With the whole Bible in the classroom, I'm going to say my views about that. Not everybody is Christian, so that could be offensive to some ethnic groups, right? But there is something to having the Bible in like influencing that, because you got to think about it, like our grandparents generation or even like their parents generation, everybody has been influenced by God. Although if you talking about the history of black people, slave owners misused the Bible and tried to turn it against African Americans. So the Bible can definitely be weaponized, but I think there is something for it when it comes to teaching children the Ten Commandments. And if they get to a point where they're teaching the children how to pray, how to read the Bible, I'm not against that, because honestly, even though like I'm not super into religion or whatever, and I believe everybody should find the religion that works for them, I'm not opposed to teaching children that. Like the Ten Commandments is not like a bad thing to learn about, Maybe that might minimize some of these kids' destructive behavior patterns. But at the same time, again, you could be offending other ethnic groups too. You can't do not weaponize the Bible or Christianity in a way so you're diminishing other ethnic groups, religions, and their spiritual practices. That's my major concern. If they could balance that out and they don't do that, which I highly doubt, then it's a good thing. If not, it's a bad thing. Because if we're being honest, a lot of these parents is not teaching their children. They're not having them in the church. They're not teaching them right for wrong, and a lot of times these teachers have to be parents outside of the home, which has always been a case to a certain degree, but I just feel like it's more rampant now. And there's not a lot of God-fearing people, in my opinion, walking this planet. So I could see that. So I'm not 100% opposed on it if it's done right. But of course, there's always going to be somebody that's an extremist. So that's to be expected. But I could see that. I also could see too, when people had God in their life more, like when they valued, or quote unquote they acted like they valued marriage and living a righteous life, families were more together. So I could see the positives for that. Um, but other than that, there is just a lot of chaos, a lot of things that are getting dismantled that shouldn't be getting dismantled. They were in place for a reason. And the minute you take it away, I mean, it's just very sad. It's very frustrating being a black person in America. It's, to me, it's so, like, I have this overwhelming, like, heaviness in me. Like, I just feel like so defeated being black in America, because it's like it's blatant in our face. It's always been in our face about racism, white supremacy, people being prejudiced, etc. And then it's very hurtful when other groups, they vote against, or which reinforces white supremacy, and all these different, like, roadblocks we have to climb. It's a lot. Like, I have a heaviness because of it, so I don't like it. And it doesn't feel good, and it's like, damn, at some point, do y'all can y'all stop fucking with us? Like, I get it, y'all don't even, here's the thing, y'all could just give us our reparations and no BS. Like, just give every fucking African American their reparations here in the United States and leave us alone. Do how you do with the Native Americans. You give them their lands. I mean, y'all still have to have conversations here and there, but, like, do that for African Americans and leave us alone. Y'all do not like us. Y'all do not respect us. So why the hell do you want to keep benefiting off of us? Like, it's so frustrating. You deliberately make laws that it's not even uphold or really apply to us, because when we have to utilize those laws, it works against us. And black people, by the way, we're the most powerful consumers in the United States. We are the leading consumers. So translation, without us, without black people, the economy will not be fluctuating. It will not be moving. Check the statistics. I'm not talking out my ass. The black dollar, first of all, the black dollar doesn't even stay in the black community long enough like other ethnic groups. There's studies on that, numbers on that. So look that up. I'm not gonna tell y'all what to look at. Look it up. You got Google. Use your brain. It's so frustrating. You make laws, you incarcerate us, you put drugs and guns in our neighborhoods. Then you call us thugs on TV, but really y'all the real thugs. Y'all history is thug behavior. Not only have y'all raped us, harmed us, killed us, murdered us, stole ideas, steal from us, terrorize us, traumatize us. Y'all done that to other ethnic groups too, and that's what I don't fucking get. I don't fucking get it with the Asians. Y'all was slaves too. The Chinese was slaves. They all came over here in the United States and was building them damn railroads with black and brown people. Mexicans, Latinos, y'all was over here too. Japanese, did y'all forget they put y'all in concentration camps? I don't fucking understand. It's ridiculous. But you want to vote. Y'all voted for the orange man. First of all, where the hell is Biden and Kamala Harris? Trump ain't even sworn into the office yet. Why the hell are we seeing him nonstop on the television? He over here telling us what to do. People already putting roadblocks on stuff. You are not the president yet. I'm gonna need the Democratic Party. Y'all need to put y'all big panties on, y'all big boy pants on, and stop being punked. Because Republicans, what they say they're going to do, they going to do it. They stand on business. Democrats going to call each other out and embarrass each other and not show up unified. And as soon as they hit a roadblock of defeat, they're quiet. No, that's when you need to retreat and then come back 10 times stronger. Y'all over here defeated and acting a fool and getting on news networks talking about each other. Y'all don't really be seeing Republicans doing that. Y'all are some punks. Then on top of that, you let in the Republican Party make it seem like y'all not doing nothing when y'all have done a lot. The Biden and Kamala Harris administration has done a lot. The Democratic message has been poor. They focusing on and doing dumb stuff. I don't know what young person was instructed Kamala Harris for her campaign. Nobody want to see no Meg Thee Stallion twerk all over the place that's voting. Instead of y'all pouring that campaign money in these small grassroots organizations that could get the word out to these communities that are not educated, you giving it to freaking Megan Thee Stallion. It's a joke. We are a joke. A lot of countries look at us as a joke. It's not. And then trust me, some of these other countries that got dictators and presidents, they looking at us. They got Mr. Dumb Orange Man in office. Oh, we could just run all over him. Because he ain't educated, don't know nothing about no goddamn government. It's ridiculous. Then on top of that, too, I just saw a video. I'm going to look it up because I don't know if it's, don't quote me. But I'm going to look it up on Trump's proposed tax bills, his cuts. By the way, all of us little guys, middle class, and even upper middle class, we about to get taxed the hell. Our tax is about to go up several $100s and several $1,000s, depending on what your tax bracket is. And guess what? That top percent, them billionaires, them multimillionaires, they actually get a tax credit. They're not paying a whole bunch of taxes, but the little guy is. But y'all over here wanted to vote that orange man because y'all don't want no person of color, especially no woman, running the presidency. And y'all fucking are in love with y'all slave master. Ridiculous. And don't get me started on the small percentage that voted, the black people that voted for him. Because shout out to my people. As much as they try to lie and say the black man wasn't showing up for the black woman, the black man showed the fuck out. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to my black women. We did what needed to be done. Period. Every other ethnic group that's about to feel the effects, and don't get me wrong, black people, you know, we doing these videos, we doing all of this like, oh, it's not going to impact us. Yes, it's going to impact us. And what y'all don't understand is with this immigration bill, see, Trump won off of lying, off of fear-mongering, and his billionaire friends. When he says he's going to, first thing he's going to do is get all these people out of the country. Well, Mexico, then the president, female president, by the way, pulled up on his ass, had a whole conference and said, you could try it if you want to. Listen, what y'all don't understand, even with that immigration stuff he's talking about, there's a lot of private prisons in the United States. President Trump, no matter how powerful y'all think that man is, He could say all day he wants to deport all these people. What y'all not reading between the lines is he can't deport all those people. So guess what he's gonna do? Put y'all ass in fucking prison. And guess what's that gonna do? Those private prisons, their attendance rate is gonna go up. They're gonna tax the hell out of us, the little guy, right? But also to these major corporations that utilizes the prison system. When the people that get incarcerated, they have those work programs when they don't even be paying the prisoners minimum wage. Sometimes it be $1, $5, $10. You got free labor. They've been doing it to black people. But now y'all Latinas, y'all gonna feel it now. That's not legal. And if they find a way to take away you being nationalized, your ass gonna be up in there too. Working basically for free. See, y'all stupid that voted for him. Y'all don't. And everything the Republicans said they were gonna do, they already doing it. They already putting the plans in motion. It don't make no sense. Damn, I thought black people was still stuck in slave man mentality, but no, y'all Latinos and Latinas, y'all. The problem with some of y'all be thinking y'all white. And y'all not. And the crazy thing is, and the reality of things is, it's always been a black and white thing. Everybody else in between don't really matter. White people just use y'all to get what they want at the end of the day. And if you look at their history, and that's why they're trying to rewrite the history, that's why they're trying to take away the history out of the history books. Because if you control history, you control the narrative, right? When you look at white, American, European history, it's not that many positive things. When you really look up their history, you went to different countries, different islands, you raped people, you forced your religion on people, you colonized people's land, you destroyed people's land, you stole people's land, you lied, manipulated. Y'all history is nothing positive about it. And to be honest, y'all talking about, oh, it's hurting. It's I don't want to hear about what my ancestors said and done. It's hurting our kids. What the fuck do I fucking care about that shit? It should hurt you. It should hurt your fucking kids. So you stop doing it. That's the problem. You want to run away from your past. Your past always catch up to you. It's crazy. What about black people? What about Native Americans? What about Latinos? What about Indians? What about Asians? Y'all gave all them groups their reparations. Y'all still haven't gave us ours. Don't think we forgot. And don't tell me you ain't got the money or the land. Because y'all find ways to pay for what you want to pay for and what you want to do. But when it comes to a real black agenda, you don't have the money or the time to figure it out. You want to give us a whack-ass holiday. Y'all don't want to give us money or land. Because y'all afraid. And here's the sick and crazy part about it. I can't speak for all of us, But from my personal experience and what I've seen, if you gave us the land and you gave us the money you promised us, we'll leave. We'll do our own thing. We'll do our own thing. The problem is, y'all so intimidated by us, with us minding our business, y'all can't stand us succeeding. Let's pull this up real quick. Here's prime examples. The first one, hold on. We're gonna go with the Tulsa Race Massacre. Okay, we're gonna go with that. There were several black towns and cities in the United States, predominantly black. We also welcome other ethnic groups too, but predominantly black. They're succeeding. What did you guys do? Rob and burn down the city. Rerouted the railroads. Because that was a thriving, booming town. I'm going to show y'all what they did. How do I turn this around? That is a picture of them destroying the town, the aftermath. All right? That's not the only town. I don't even know how I got to this, because this live really was supposed to be just cooking and me doing this. But I just feel like this is, I don't know, God has been speaking to me the last couple days. The Black Wall Street, Kansas City. Y'all attacked that. Let's look at what they did. Here's the history. When we're minding our business, when we build for our, what did y'all, when we're, let me just finish my thought. When we are minding our business, we pour into our community and we are thriving. We don't ask you for nothing. Y'all can't leave it alone. Y'all can't leave it alone. And one thing I want to say, I love this country. I'm fortunate enough to be able to travel. I've traveled to a lot of states in the United States. And probably before I die, I'm going to see all of our states. And I've traveled outside of the United States. So I already know I'm privileged. I'm a privileged black person. So I want to acknowledge that. Secondly, I know we have allies. Black people have allies. So I'm not trying to offend any of our allies. But history is history. Period. I'm not trying to offend, because one thing I want to point out too, all them ethnic groups I named in this live, y'all have helped in some kind of way. In some kind of way. But some of y'all have been destructive towards us as well. And I don't hate any ethnic group. But I have a right to say I do not like racists. I don't care who you are, what ethnic group you are. I do not like racists. I do not like people that do not play fair. And that has nothing to do with color. You could be the color purple and I wouldn't like you. Black Wall Street. Hold on. Um, this is funny because what did I tell y'all about how white people have been destructive towards other ethnic groups? This website right here, the National Center for Civil Rights and Human Rights, literally is talking about the racial terror. And it says violence has long been used to control and intimidate minority groups in the United States. That's exactly what Trump did to y'all dummies. This hostility has targeted at a wide array of non-white people, consist of Native American, Asians, Mexicans, and especially African Americans. The mode was set during slavery when slaveholders resorted to physical coercion to enforce human bondage. Now here's a little tea here, because I saw somebody comments in here. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me too. And y'all can send me a super chat too. One thing I want to point out about that. It is I shouldn't say it's well known. People that are educated know this. Africans, because the African Americans have migrated from everyone started from Africa, okay? It's just who you are and where you identify and where you live. That's based off of where your ancestors stopped. So let's just clear that up, okay? Because at one point, all the continents was connected to each other. So they literally could walk all over, okay? So one thing I do want to point out is somebody said that Africans were selling each other. Yes, they were. So I do want to acknowledge that. However, there's a couple points to that. In African culture during those times, I don't know about now, so I'm not going to speak about now, but in African times, sometimes the head of the tribe, right, will trade, let's just say, their blacksmith to another tribe for a little bit. They would trade them off. Oh, I have a blacksmith, but we really need a carpenter. We agree into however amount of time these people gonna trade within. They gonna train somebody in their village, so then eventually they have a blacksmith or they have a carpenter in their village. But also too, some of the tribes were attacking each other, which everybody attacks each other. So I want to clear that up too. It's not just white people attacking people. Okay, every group has attacked each other in some form of fashion, even within your ethnic group. So sometimes when they get into these wars or they want to expand their land or their power, they take prisoners. And sometimes it's from a different tribe. Sometimes they end up selling them prisoners off. But then there also was some people that were ahead of the tribe that did not understand when the white man took them that they will never be coming back. Because they're accustomed to trading off their people for a certain amount of time and they come back. So let's get that. That's a part of history that a lot of people are not privileged of. Okay? Now, there's a Netflix movie. Let me go on my YouTube real quick because I actually did a review on it. I want you guys to watch this because it briefly talks about what I was saying. And it talks about how slavery, and by the way, what's so crazy is, y'all know white people used to enslave white people too. They own people too, right? Did y'all know that? How the whole concept of slavery came apart is, the Europeans, all of them, the British, whatever, Spaniards too, they were enslaving one another. The wealthy was enslaving the impoverished. And then it became a point where they were like, oh, wait a minute. We're going to allow them to work off their debt to pay for their freedom. Then once they paid for their freedom, they were able to go free. Then sometimes they will come back and purchase their friend or whatever and enslave them. But here is where the divide started. When they start enslaving other ethnic groups, they weren't able to buy their freedom. Some places, depending on where you were, you could, but most places you couldn't. So then they start picking up, the powers that be. What people can we target and make a global slave? Guess who it was? Ding, 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 ding. Us. I have this theory. I believe there is a power. I believe there's God, but I believe there's other things as well. I really want to ask God when I go on to Beyonda, when was the exact moment all this happened? I just want to see it. Who was the person or people? I just want to see it. Anyways, let me give y'all this movie. This documentary actually is really good. It talks about how slavery was, but it talks from a female perspective about female rights and their role and how they played in the whole slavery thing. So let me oops, I don't want to play it. It's called Stamped from the Beginning. It's a Netflix documentary. Y'all write this down. Stamped from the Beginning. It talks about everything pretty much of what I'm saying right now, but from the woman perspective, because everything, if you pay attention to history, they normally write it from the male perspective, but this is coming from the female perspective, which still applies because women were enslaved just like men were enslaved. It also talks about the dominance that was placed on men when it came to being enslaved over women slaves. It's a good documentary. Watch it. I don't want to do the timeline on the Atlantic massacre, race massacre. Hold on. Oh, no, I don't want to hear. Okay. Oh, they making it harder and harder to find all these black successful towns. Okay, I told y'all about Tulsa, Oklahoma. I knew that one because that's the most famous one. I don't know about this one, so I need to do research on it. Y'all know I'm a book nerd, low-key, and I'm low-key a nerd. So I am going to do research on this, but I'm just going to tell y'all what I'm finding somewhere, okay? Listen, just the simple fact that I'm researching this, for all my black people, you know, we weren't even allowed to read, or some of our ancestors weren't allowed to read. Imagine researching something. I probably would be hung or killed, shot, burned, raped. Just by me researching, just by me reading, applying myself. It says it's the Haiti district in Durham, North Carolina. It said it was also known as the Black capital of the South. Among black leaders in Durham, North Carolina, became a successful black community soon after African Americans migrated to the city to work in tobacco factories in the local area of, oh, I can't say that word, Fayetteville Road. The land where the neighborhood emerged was initially owned by white merchants, but was eventually purchased with capital that black residents earned over time. In its prime from the 1800s and in the 1940s, the district was one of the most successful black communities in the country. in the country. You got Harlem, New York. We all know about that. The Renaissance era, Jazz era, all of that. That's to be expected. Harlem, New York. It was the epitome of black excellence in the 1920s, from the culture and social activism to the artistic expression and scholarly works that were created. The New York City neighborhood was home to a renaissance that will forever be ingrained in American history. Thousands of black people from the South and Caribbean moved to the community known as the Black Mecca. Oh, I heard about that. During the early 1900s, searching for opportunity and new livelihoods. Okay. That time period became known as the Harlem Renaissance, when many cultural, artistic, and literary figures such as Langston Hughes, W.E. Du Bois, Marcus Garvey, Josephine Baker, and more inspiration and solace in Harlem. I know all these people except for this Marcus Garvey person. I'm going to actually put this to the side because I'm going to research this name. I don't know who that is, but I know all these other ones. I have a picture of Josephine Baker that I need to blow up in my house. Marcus Messiah Garvey was a Jamaican political activist. He was a founder and the first president general of the Universal Negro Improvement Association in African Communities League, though which he declared himself provisional president of Africa. Okay. I didn't know about him. You have U Street, that's in Washington, D.C. That was historically known as the Black Broadway. Washington, D.C. street corridor was known as the epic center for black excellence and talent at the end of the 19th century and the first half of the 20th century. U Street was the home of black social, cultural, and economic prosperity despite racial and political tensions in the country. Some of the most prominent entertainers, activists, educators, and artists in the country have walked the legendary corridor, shaping its history into what is known for today. Pioneers like Carter G. Woodson, Zora Neale Hurston, Mary McLeod Bethune, Billie Holiday, Langston Hughes, and more found refuge in Black Broadway to unapologetically celebrate blackness. Then you have the 10th Street Historic Street in Dallas, Texas. Situated in a white community called Oak Cliff, 10th Street District grew to become a prominent black community soon after the Civil War because of segregation. More than 500 black residents lived in the area by 1900. The strong African American presence of the district is one reason the area grew and prospered. 10th Street District is home to notably black figures such as blues artist T-Bone Walker and Olympic gold medalist Raphael Johnson. Okay, stay with me here. I'm educating y'all. The 4th Avenue District, Birmingham, Alabama. Didn't I visit this? My grandma took me to this. This southern district became an affluent black business district during the early to mid 20th century. It was a home to a plethora of businesses, including theaters, restaurants, hotels, cafes, monterey, and more. 4th Avenue District was a haven for many black Americans to be and celebrate themselves in various ways. Not only was the enclave a great retail and entertainment area, but it also served as a location for community engagement and activism. I'm not going to keep reading all that. By the way, guys, when I'm reading some of this, I'm only reading like a paragraph. So y'all going to have to look it up yourself. So Jackson Ward, this is in Richmond, Virginia, named the Harlem of the South. Richmond's Jackson Ward was a cultural, entertainment, and economic hub for black residents. Thousands of black Americans moved to the area that is now a historic district after the Civil War to create better lives for themselves, to start businesses. The prosperous area was home to many well-known churches and the first black and women-owned bank in the country, St. Luke Penny Savings, which was founded by entrepreneur and monumental figure Maggie L. Walker. Jackson Ward had a successful self-sufficient economy where black entrepreneurs established financial institutions, stores, medical practices, and more. Jackson Ward also had a thriving entertainment scene where musicians such as Ella Fitzgerald, Duke Ellington, Cab Calloway, and Bill Bojangles Robinsons would visit. Okay, then we have 7th Street in West Oakland, California. Now, I didn't know about this one. 7th Street in West Oakland became a prosperous area around the time of World War II. Black Americans moved to Oakland by the masses due to war-related jobs and other opportunities, such as becoming Pullman porters. Black Americans created black-owned businesses for residents to support and buy black. That's important, buy black, which in turn laid the groundwork to help the economy thrive. Okay, I ain't gonna keep reading up all these towns. I'm gonna just tell y'all the towns, y'all look it up. So, Sweet Auburn Historic District, Atlanta, Georgia. Oh, that was the last one. Might as well read it. I'm gonna read it. Dubbed the richest Negro street in the world by John Wesley Hobbs, Sweet Auburn was a haven for black Atlanta residents before the Civil Rights Movement. The district cultural and social landscape shaped the black experience in the city, birthing now historic black churches, businesses such as the second largest black insurance company in the country. Atlantic Life Insurance Company. Talent and more. The Sweet Auburn District is also the birthplace of Martin Luther King Jr. Visitors can take a tour of his childhood home located at 501 Auburn Avenue, Martin Luther King Jr. National Historic Park, and King Ebenezer's Baptist Church is also located in the neighborhood. Why did I say I did not know this? Yes, I do. My grandmother, shout out to my grandmother, love my grandmother so much. She's all about education and also too knowing your history or prominent figures in your history. She took me to this when I was a kid. I think I was 17 years old. Me and my cousin, we went to his house. We went to the church that got bombed. We went to the church. We also we went to, what's the other place it said? The park, the National Historical Park. Yes, I went when I was 17 years old. I wonder if I have the pictures in my old phone. But yeah, I still have some of the pictures on my Facebook. But yes, I visited that. I didn't recognize it when it says Sweet Auburn Historic District. I didn't recognize that. But once I read into it, I went to that historic place. Yes. And it's important too when you're a black person, and not even a black person. I think it's important for our allies, other ethnic groups, to visit some of these places where they thrived, and also to some of these places where there was tragedy that happened, because that's how you learn. The only way you're going to move forward is addressing the past and moving forward, not talking about it, deleting it from history. That's not how you move forward, because guess what? We as a people still know what you did at the end of the day. So the only solution for you to get over it, for us to get over it collectively, you got to address it. Come up with a plan to make it right, act on the plan, and let it be. You just got to let time heal old wounds. But when you constantly play in people's faces, and when you constantly have the upper hand and don't allow people to have an equal opportunity, and then when you make laws that basically keep us still enslaved, that's not bridging the gap. That's not healing anything at all. Giving us a holiday, don't get me wrong. We want that. But we also want a chance to actually live a life where we don't have to worry about looking over our shoulders. We don't have to worry about police taking advantage and thinking they above the law and killing us dead. We shouldn't have to worry about when we go to the doctor's office, are we going to get treated the same as our counterparts? We shouldn't have to worry about when it's time to apply for loans, whether it's for business, rather, just to bail you out, to buy property, that we're not going to automatically get rejected. When it comes to our education, are you going to be fair and give us the same quality of education as you and your counterparts get? When it comes to financial literacy, are you going to allow us to learn the same stuff you have access to? These are real questions that if white people want to make amends with black people and really be fair, I'm not talking about other ethnic groups, because at the end of the day, you could look at history. Black people have always had other minority groups back. But now it's time for other minority groups to fight for us and to make sure we have a fighting chance. Because everything that a lot of minority groups have access to has been off the backs of black people, pioneering it, spearheading it. But I'm not going to take away the credit from the other minority groups that has helped us, that has had a seat at the table, that has been in them fighting lines. So don't take that as disrespect at all. I have high respect for people that was for my people, is still for my people, respect my people. But it's time for black people to be a little bit more selfish. Who's going to fight our battles for us better than us? But when we fight these battles, we need to utilize the stuff that comes after the battles. And please don't call me racist, because black people can't be racist. We don't even have the power to be racist. We could be prejudiced, but not racist. And can I really be racist? Because technically white people are my people too. It's in my bloodline. And it's not that far off my bloodline either. Where y'all think I get my freckles from? And when I ain't bleaching and dyeing my hair, I have red hair. What do y'all think? Where do y'all think that came from? Some of my ancestors that made it with, my black ancestors or Caribbean ancestors or Native American ancestors, it wasn't by rape. Some of them, yes. Some of them was by love. Some of them got married. That's why it's important to know your history. 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 It's important to know your history of your people and your bloodline. Never forget those. I don't know how I got on this rampage, but I did. Somebody had to hear it. Somebody in here had to hear it. Somebody in here had to hear it. God was speaking through me, because my intention was not to have a conversation about that. I'm over here supposed to be making this chicken salad and watching this training for my second job. I don't know how we got on this. But those are some things. But since we're on this topic, what I need y'all to do is hit that like button for me, please. And don't forget to comment. Let me read some of these comments, though. Hold on. Let me read some of these comments. I know I had a lot of people that was in agreement, so I want you guys to know I was seeing that. Someone said I was a beautiful, strong woman. Thank you so much. Thank you for not bringing up my race. Thank you. Hold on. You said I'm beautiful. Thank you. We first President Joe Biden. Elon Musk is the president. That's what people are saying. People saying he bought the election. The USA, a South African to gonna recreate apartheid here in our country. I would not be surprised. But guess what? Y'all that don't have your passport, get your passport. Because when some shit go down, at least you could get out of the country. I have my passport. I'm out of here. Meet me. Bye-bye. Already told my mom I'm out of here. Let them do too much. I'm out of here. Jesse said, shout out to brown folks. Who gonna get sent back to Mexico? We're gonna get racially profiled on January 6th. Child, I'm already getting profiled in my own goddamn job. And guess what? I don't be telling y'all what I be doing for my job, but guess what? I have a very, very important job. Very important job. Very important job. I could give y'all a hint. The president is about to get into office. That's all I'm going to say. Y'all figure it out what I do. You know, black people sold each other. I already talked about that. What the heck I'm talking about? I'm talking about Black history. If you would listen, you might learn something. You said straight facts. The Rothschilds got the money. There's a couple of rich families. It's not just them. We don't have a whack-ass payday. You talked about Black Wall Street, yes. You said, my intellect is so beautiful and my voice, you just beautiful all around. Thank you. Javad talk about Black Friday. Black Friday, by the way, guys, is racist. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know the true meaning of Black Friday? Child, let me educate y'all. I think I might make this a series. Do y'all want me to make this a series about Black history? Because I'm strongly I've been thinking about that the last couple days. I also been thinking about furthering my education. Not necessarily going to school for it, because to be honest, I love my people, I love my history, but they don't be paying for it to be a history teacher, let alone a black teacher. No. At the end of the day, I do live in America. What was I going to talk about? Black Friday. Because I want to give accurate. I know my version, but I want to, because I let's see if Google will tell the right history. Yeah, let's see.
In the 1800s, women were prohibited from shopping.
No. You ain't about to copyright my stuff. I did not tell you to talk. Okay, so here we go. This is from history.com. And I'm actually going to go back to the previous website, too, that I read off all those important black towns and cities that were thriving before they burned them down or attacked them. So Black Friday, I already knew about Black Friday. Black Friday kind of has like a sketchy past behind it, by the way, like a dark cloud. But for whatever the reason, Black Friday, ain't for whatever the reason, they have rewritten what Black Friday is. Okay, so it says, the real history behind Black Friday, however, is not as sunny as retailers might have you believe. So back in the 1950s, police in the city of Philadelphia used the term to describe the chaos that ensued on the day after Thanksgiving, when hoarders of suburban shoppers and tourists flooded into the city to advance of the big Army-Navy football game held on the Saturday every year. Not only were Philly cops not able to take the day off, but they had to work extra long shifts dealing with the additional crowds and traffic. Shoplifters also took advantage of the bid lamb in stores and made off with merchandise, adding to the law enforcement headache. So, hold on. By 1961, Black Friday had caught on in Philadelphia to the extent that the city merchants and boosters tried unsuccessfully to change it to Big Friday in order to remove the negative connotations. The terms didn't spread in the west of the country until much later. However, as recently as 1985, it wasn't in common use nationwide. Sometime in the late 1980s, however, retailers found a way to reinvent Black Friday and turn it into something that reflected positively rather than negatively on them and their customers. The result was the red to black concept of holiday mentioned earlier, and the notion that the day after Thanksgiving marked the occasion when American stores finally turned a profit. Hold on, this ain't the real story. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't read it right. Hold on. I read too far, too far. So let me go back to the negative part of it. Okay, here we go. So Black Friday particularly has an ugly twist to the tradition, claiming that back in the 1800s, Southern plantation owners could buy enslaved workers at a discount on the day after Thanksgiving. Though this version of Black Friday's roots has understandably led some to call for a boycott of the retail holiday, it has no basis in fact. That's because they don't want to share that. Okay. The real history. So that's like the slavery part of it. And then I already told y'all why the retailers wanted to turn it into something positive after being negative. Yeah. So that basically is it. Okay. But anyways, he bought a Black Friday, so I thought I'd educate y'all on that. World wars, minorities and immigrants have lost most of their lives in our wars. That's true. M.L. Clay will be rolling in his grave if he knew how terrible y'all act. That is true. Also, Malcolm X. Malcolm X will whoop our booties. Are you Indian? No, I am not. What do you mean Indian? I'm talking about Native American Indian or India Indian? Native American, yes, on my father's side. You love my shirt? Thank you. Got it from Walmart. I get all my t-shirts from Walmart pretty much. You said, I'm so lovely, come to my country and marry me. No, thank you. What country are you from? What country are you from? I'm in a relationship. Do y'all want me to make this a series though? Do y'all want me to make a series about Black history? We just learn about Black history together? Because, today, honestly, I learned a couple things too. Why is my nose itching so much? I learned a couple things too. Not even gonna lie. Okay, the towns that I told y'all that was talking about the successful Black towns that got terrorized. The website is rediscoveringblackhistory.blogs.archives.gov. Okay, this is a government website. So also too, check y'all sources too. You want to make sure you are researching on a legitimate website. Anything that got .org, .gov, good to go. There are some liable.coms too as well. Also newspaper articles. Make sure you research who's writing those articles too. That's a way of researching. Make sure you get an authentic data. Yeah. Also too, like associations, like Black Association, whatever. I'm just making up stuff. They typically are, websites like that is typically accurate. You also make sure you cross-reference too. So, Anyways, child, let's get back to this chicken salad. Let's get back to this chicken salad because, child, y'all have me on a rampage, but I need to wash my hands because I keep itching my nose. I'm gonna Google that because that definitely has some spiritual meaning to that. But anyways, if white America wants to make amends with black people, you gotta do right. I'm not saying all of y'all is bad. I'm not saying other ethnic groups is bad either. But enough is enough, bro. Like, I'm tired of it. I don't know if I feel my ancestors' energy in me, but I have been exhausted the last couple of years. The last couple of years, I have been exhausted being a black person. And my ancestors is probably like, they probably sympathize with me, but they probably is like, girl, we was getting beat on, raped on, and everything else, like, you still good, but I'm upset all this stuff we fought for is getting pulled back. Like, I get it, my pain will never be the same as my ancestors or somebody else's ancestors that endured, you know, cruelty. But I don't know, I'm also in tune with earth and spirit, and I just feel, I don't know, I don't want to say I feel defeated. I don't know, it makes me want to cry. Crying don't solve nothing, though, but you do need to address it to be able to move forward. But it's just like, damn. Some of y'all that put us in this situation really helped appeal all this stuff my ancestors and maybe even your ancestors helped to ensure that everybody has some kind of say-so, some kind of equity. Even if that makes it super hard for us to get in those places, there still were laws to protect us to make sure we could even have a possibility to get in those places. And I'm just so disappointed that some of y'all will vote for a man that is making sure his ancestors is continuing their power and for their generations to come and to benefit them. Nothing this man is doing is benefiting minorities. Nothing. And what little positive he will do, it's gonna come with a catch. Don't get me wrong, though. The little orange lemon slice, that's my little nickname I'm giving him now. Shout out to him, though, for giving HBCUs, historical, yeah, money, because he did give a lot. When he was in the presidency, his first term, he did give them a lot of money. So I do want to say that. So he did do something, but it's still not enough. Because at the end of the day, he making it so, I mean, it don't matter if we get money for school or not. We're not organized enough. We're not in enough positions of power, or people that are our people. We don't have the ones that have positions of power to really do anything. So it don't matter. They could give us all the education we want. If we can't get into the positions of power that help run this country, it don't matter. That's the crazy thing. You got to read in between the lines. That's the insult of it all. It's like, okay, well, I'll give these black colleges, some money and all that. And I'll ensure they'll get this amount of money for this amount of years. But I'm going to make it extremely difficult. Y'all ain't going to ever be able to really get back into the house. Y'all not going to be able to do that. You're not going to be able to do that. You got to think, see, someone that's educated or even have a high IQ could read in between all that. That's the power of education, your mind. Just being in college, when you're in college, you got to pick a major. And then you do the credits, the classes, the curriculum to get that degree in the end, right? But another thing that they don't push out here is when you go to college, you learn how to be an analytical thinker. You learn how to process things. Even when it comes to business, you're able to read between the lines because they teach you that in school. But someone uneducated isn't going to know that. They're not going to know that certain things, they put it up like, this is good, this is good, this is good. They're not going to think about, what is the impact from this? What does this look like from 5 years from now? What's getting taken away? What's being gained? They're not thinking like that. That's why Trump was smart. He fear-mongered a lot of y'all. He picked on y'all insecurities. He preyed on it. Manipulated y'all to vote for that man. Just to come around and traumatize y'all. Us. Me included. I didn't vote for his ass, though. So that enough, my soul is safe with that shit. I didn't vote for him. But y'all that did. I see y'all on TikTok, on Instagram, and Facebook. Y'all pissed. Some of y'all talking about, how can I take my vote back? You so stupid, you don't even know you can't take your vote back. Ooh-wee. Child, you don't know how the government works. Or how civic government works, baby. Once that vote is casted, you ain't getting that vote back, baby. You voted. You exercised your right. You can't do that. Where the hell is my... Oh, it's right here. Child. I'm just like, I know these people is not doing this. God, my nose itches. Okay, I'm mixing this chicken salad. So what I put in here so far, I put some mayonnaise. You can use mayonnaise or Miracle Whip. I have put the celery and the onion in here. And I gotta put the seasonings too. This is still a little dry for me. First of all, I made too much. I should have just made one. So this is what it looks like so far. Okay, we like pretty women like you in my country. Okay, just passing by, I got a similar projector, and it is for the eyes, but mine got a warning from the green dots that say it can harm your eyes when in contact. I don't know about yours though, so make sure you read it. Okay, thank you, boo. I'm typically not standing in front of it, so I don't think it's gonna impact me. I'm typically on my couch, but because I'm in here on the kitchen counter, that's why you see that. So I don't like my chicken salad to be too chunky. Obviously, when you have chicken salad, it's going to have some kind of chunks in it. So what I'm doing is, the chicken breast is soft enough. You just go around and just kind of like mash it a little bit. And then it loosens up the chicken chunks. So I'm going to put a little bit more mayonnaise in here because I did put a little bit. I'm going to put a little bit more mustard. Okay. So when it comes to the condiments, that part is done. I'm going to season it. I'm going to show you guys what I put in my chicken salad. Oh my God. It feels like it's little like bugs on my nose. So we're going to put a little bit of garlic powder, lemon pepper. Mrs. Dash original, Mrs. Dash table blends. If you guys have been on my channel and have seen me cook, y'all know these are like my go-to ingredients for everything. We're just gonna put a little bit of garlic powder. Just a little bit of garlic powder. It just gives it that little zest, that little pizzazz to it. And then you could go heavy or light when it comes to the Mrs. Dash because they don't have salt in it. It's herbs. So go however, light or heavy. This one is my favorite. These two actually are my favorite. The other Mrs. Dash, I just tried the Chipotle. I make this cucumber salad. I actually had a tutorial with you guys, a cooking thing, how to make like a cucumber kind of like taco salad without meat. It's good like if you want to get on a diet. And I made this sauce, this homemade sauce with the Mrs. Dash Chipotle. Fire. So I have put the seasonings in it. I'm mixing it. As I told you guys earlier, to me, I feel like when you make chicken salad or tuna salad, the best day to really know how your stuff is going to be is the next day. So you always taste it. It's only me that live in here. And if my boyfriend come over, he be eating off of me. So I don't need no more seasoning. I seasoned it just right. That's gonna be good. Now I'm gonna eat these with some Triscuits. I'm gonna eat this salad with some Triscuits. You could eat the chicken salad pretty much with anything. If you want a salad, you could put the chicken salad on top of your salad. You can eat it with some crackers. You can make a sandwich. If you like veggies, right? Cucumbers, slice up some cucumbers. Have the cucumber as if it's like a little bread or a little cracker. Put some on it. Voila, it's good. You can eat. You could make so many different things off of it. If you like wraps, you can do wraps. If you like rice paper, like what they be making spring rolls, you could do that too. Put you some veggies like some spinach or some romaine lettuce or butter lettuce. And whatever little veggies in it, maybe some carrots. Give you a little crunch, a little sweetness to it. Wrap it up. Eat it like that. You can do so many things with it. But anyways, this is the final product, what it looks like. Y'all already see that? That's what it looks like. It looked dry, but trust me, it's not dry. I don't do dry meat. It just look like that. The simple fact, can y'all hear this? The simple fact, you can hear that? It's not dry. It just looked dry. But, okay, I'm done. I need to clean my kitchen, so forgive me. This weekend, I'll be cleaning. Hanging out with my man and his family. And getting my ingredients for the Christmas stuff I'm going to cook. Because he told me his mama don't really know how to cook. Child, my family from the South. I know how to throw down. We going to throw down. They going to have some black food, okay? Because my boyfriend, he not black. He not black at all. And don't think he white. Y'all better not talk about, oh my gosh, she talking all about this and she got her a white man. No, he ain't white. He a minority too. But he ain't black. Actually, child, I'm going to keep y'all on here a little bit. While I wash these dishes. How's that sound? Y'all can wash these dishes. You trying to make me a auntie What? How can I be an auntie? I ain't got no siblings. My parents were selfish. I be telling people that all the time. There's some people that got siblings, they can't stand their siblings. I'm like, shit, give me your goddamn sibling. Being an only child sucks when you get older. It's all cool when you a kid, you get all the presents, all the attention. That's if you're privileged enough to be with your parents. Sometimes parents are working so much, you alone, you basically living by yourself, raising yourself. That was my situation. Shit. When I wasn't with my babysitter, I was at home by myself and couldn't go outside because I'm a 90s kid. We lived off, I was a latchkey kid. Had the key around my neck. Mama talking about answer the phone if it rings, what, 5 times or something? That's me. Yeah, I'm one of those kids. So I try to encourage people all the time that, you know, they want to have kids, but they only want to have one. Now, if they have a lot of cousins and you guys are close, then okay, sure, you know, because you can have the cousins, you know, grow up together. They got relationships or whatever. They will never feel alone. You know, they have that camaraderie. Sure. But if they don't, you don't know. You need to have another kid or don't have no kids at all. Or if you don't want to physically have kids, another child, adopt a kid. Adopt a kid. You don't want to physically do that. I don't know about this relationship I just got in, though. To be honest, I don't know. I'm going with the flow. I'm trying something different. I haven't been in a relationship with a man in almost 10 years. And some will say, dang, you been single 10 years? No, I'm pansexual. I was with women. And then 10 years. So, I'm trying to go with the flow because it's a little different. Even though it's not no age, just go with the flow. This man asked me out. We in a full relationship. What I'm saying is I'm trying to get out of my head. Because when I date men, I be all up in my head. Oh, I gotta get up early. I need to get in this grocery store. Who knows? I might do a ham. But he's talking about he don't really eat ham. I said, how you don't eat no damn ham? You don't eat no cranberry sauce either. You know, I don't particularly like cranberry sauce either. But when it comes to the holidays, I'm gonna eat it. Especially if I have if I ran out of yams, if I ran out of yams, that's the next bet is the cranberry sauce. Because there's just something when it comes to the holidays, whether it's Thanksgiving or Christmas, right? There's just something about, this is how I like to eat. I like to get, you know, if there's turkey, it's fine. If it's ham, that's fine too. But my main things, what I look forward to is the yams, the mac and cheese, and the stuffing. I mix all them together. Like, I don't mix it all together. So, pretty much, I start off with the stuffing. Then I'll be sticking it in with the macaroni. And I get a little bit of the yams. And then I eat it all in that spoonful or forkful. So, that's typically what I like. And then, child, my famous deviled eggs. They be requested every year. My okra soup. I don't particularly like eating it. But my family loves it, child. They be putting in requests. I'll be like... It's not that I don't particularly like eating it. It's my taste bud changed. There was a point in time where, oh my God, I used to make it like every other week. So now it's like whatever. It's like a specialty to me, you know? Like a specialty is like, you know, like the holiday food. This egg. I gotta clean my stove. Oh, damn. I'm letting that soak. I have bleach water in it. Might as well go ahead and wash this. And then I'm gonna sit down, child. I hope I didn't scare none of y'all off. I hope I educated y'all tonight. I wasn't trying to hurt nobody's feelings. You know, I'm just venting, being a black girl, black educated girl. Just talking about my experience and my people's experience. I hope nobody got offended by it. That wasn't my intentions at all. But in order to move forward, you got to talk about these things. My grandma told me this saying all the time. Everybody doesn't know how to handle power, and everybody shouldn't be in a position of power. It's a certain type of characteristics and demeanor you need to have. And when you're lacking those, thousands or millions of people could be impacted by your poor character and poor decisions that you make that impact others. I just don't. I mean, I get how the rich wants to stay rich. I mean, who wants to be fucking poor, right? The thing with people that have been poor before and they get into a position of money, see, they know what to do even if they fall out of grace with money. People with wealth, that's all they know. Why do you think a lot of them unalive themselves when they, you know, like go to jail for like tax fraud or embezzlement? Why do you think a lot of them maybe offing themselves or they lose all their money? They can't handle it. That alone should let you know the privilege of it all. They'd rather be unalive than have to struggle. So wouldn't that put in more billionaires and millionaires' head to be fair? Shouldn't that be the logical thinking? But it doesn't happen. They stump on a little guy every chance they get. We're an afterthought. Always have, unfortunately, as of right now. Actually, I'm not going to put that out there. I'm not going to say that. But I hope you guys know we do have the right to overthrow the government. It's literally in our Constitution. Will people organize to do that? I doubt it. I'm gonna finish watching. I've been watching this movie. It's called Piano Lesson. I encourage people of color to watch it. It's very interesting. Talks a little bit about slavery and how you inherit things when your ancestors were a victim of slavery, and how sometimes those families try to exclude you from your inheritance or what's rightfully owed to you. So that movie also talks about, the cost it took for black people to fight for rights or fight for what they believe they were rightfully owed, and what are the consequences were because the law wasn't in black people's favor. So I'm watching it right now. I will do a review when it's done. I'm almost at the end. And then I'll post it. I'll post it, so look out for that. These avocados are rotten, but I need... What stinks over here? Something smells funny. Anyways, I'm gonna take the seeds out the avocado, see if I could get a sprout out of them. Typically I can, but I will say it's weird. Once I get to a certain part of the avocado, it'll stop growing. It'll die. I'm like, dang, I don't know. Are these real seeds? Shit. Need to be asking myself that. Are these real seeds? Tomorrow, I don't care. Tomorrow, I gotta run some errands. It's so weird because lately I've been feeling like Friday, like the weekend. I swear, it's like Saturday don't exist. It'd be like Wednesday, not Wednesday. Why I keep saying Wednesday? It'd be Friday and then Sunday. It's like Saturday don't even exist. I'm gonna take a break from this training. Put my MacBook. Can y'all see my little Apple on there? Where your passport? Anyways, put my MacBook on a charger real quick. By the way, is today the winter solstice? I think today is the winter solstice. Oh shit, I forgot I moved the charger over there. Okay. I gotta do my ritual. I swear I'd be so tapped in at times. I'm like, he left his beer here, but he'll be back. I'm gonna have me a little Spike Simply. These are good. The Spike Simply, these are good. This is my last one. His ass drank half of my case. I'm like, dang, I don't drink beer. Shit. He be buying his beers. I don't go in his beer. He go into my Simply Spikes. He be tearing them up. Man, I only got one left. But anyways, they good. I don't know what pack I had this time. This time I had, these are new flavors. Because the one I normally get, it comes in a yellow box. This one was like in a lime green box. And it had, did it have watermelon? It had cherry, passion fruit, limeade, black cherry. I think that's it. These are 5% alcohol. So it really is like it's a little razzle dazzle for you, you know? It don't give you too much. Hold on, let me turn this halo light on. Hold on, guys. It don't give you too, you don't really get buzzed. Plus I gotta go drive somewhere soon. I wanna drive. Where I live, they don't even be out like that. Shit, as soon as that sun go down, they be in the house. But I need to do a ritual, and I don't want nobody watching me, so. Gotta charge my mouse. About to turn this. I don't know why I'm just. Where is my cat? Midnight. He probably was like, oh Lord, mommy over here preaching. Well, he ain't in his box, so. Poo poo. Papa. In a row. Baby. Come on. Come with mama. Come in the living room, boo boo. Y'all hear my baby? Oh, there he is. I just wanted you to be in here with mommy. All right, guys. Oh, God. I love the living room. I love being in my living room. It's just something about living room. I make music. If you want to listen to it, send me a email. My email is in my profile. This goes for anybody, because there's been a couple people asking me, can I do my music reviews with their music? I don't mind doing it, but go into my about me section on my YouTube, and then you'll see my email. Send me the link to your music so I can review it. And I'm gonna be honest, so don't think that I'm just gonna be giving nice reviews, because if your music suck, I'm gonna say it. So just be prepared, because I'm a Sagittarius. But if you want me to review your music, or it doesn't even have to be music, it could be you guys have a topic, maybe a YouTuber too, you want me to review something you're talking about, or maybe there's a current event going on, you want me to talk about it when I do my lives, go ahead and do that for me. Send that to me. I'll do it. If I like it, I'll do it. Papa, you don't want to be like your mama? I love you so much. Child, if I didn't have you, baby, because you don't act like a normal cat. Even though you can't talk English, you sure be talking to me. Oh shit, I'm gonna have to watch the 6AAA. Don't it come out today? The Tyler Perry historical movie? Let me see if it'll release today, because I just saw the advertisement. Hi, baby. Oh, it's on here. I'm saving this. I need to finish piano lesson. I only got 30 minutes left. Hey, what's up, Hefe? What's up, boo? Hey, puppy, you're so cute. My baby's so cute. He's so cute. What am I gonna do when you're no longer here, puppy? I'll never have another kitty like you. You're my best buddy. You know that, baby? I'm watching Piano Lessons on Netflix. You can't drink this, boo. Love you. Oh shit, how